Hello everyone, welcome back to latest update series of Drishti IAS. This is Divya Kawatra. I hope you're doing well. So we meet again to discuss a very important topic that has been going around recently, that is right to walk. That's right. In the newspapers, in the social media, everywhere, you must have seen that right to walk is being discussed. Why are we talking about the right to walk? What exactly does it entail? And what brought up this conversation? Did something happen? Let's find all that out. All right. So what happened was, there's this case in respect to which court has recently said that people have right to walk. Now, what does that mean? Like, we're all walking. Obviously, we have the right to walk. Why was there a need to substantially, explicitly call it out that we do have right to walk, and not only a right, but a fundamental right at that, right? Yeah, that has been declared a fundamental right. So what happened was, there was this case that where a father was walking around with his 5-year-old son, right? They were walking by the side of the road, as we do while we are walking. A vehicle came by that crushed the son, and the son died on the spot. And the father put down a petition and asked that I be compensated because there was no footpath. There was no proper footpath. I was walking on the road because there is no footpath, and the vehicle came and crushed my son. He's being awarded 11 lakh rupees. Yeah, a compensation. He's entitled to a compensation of 11 lakh rupees where a truck crushed his 5-year-old boy who was walking to the school with his father. Yeah. So court ruled that the parent was entitled to this, and also court said that as long as you don't follow the rules, as long as you don't create the proper footpaths that are a necessity, every other citizen will be liable to come and complain against you, and you will be liable to pay a compensation. As long as you don't follow the rules, as long as you don't create the footpaths, you will be liable, because this is your duty. According to the rules and regulations, it is your duty and you should create a footpath, right? So based on that, the case came. Now, after the case, this has been decided that, okay, right to walk is a fundamental right under Article 19(1)(d). Under Article 19(1)(d), that is a freedom of movement. We say that right to walk is also a fundamental right. And if it is a fundamental right, it has the supreme, extreme, compensation, protection, everything, right? So based on that, what they've said that the ruling came up where Supreme Court declared freedom to walk on demarcated and well-maintained footpaths is a fundamental right. Not just to walk, but to walk on a demarcated and well-maintained footpaths. They are both necessary requirements, right? Like in Article 21, Supreme Court says we have the right to life, but we have the right to live with dignity, right? It is not just right to live, it is right to live with dignity. So here also, it is not just right to walk, it is a freedom to walk on demarcated, clearly demarcated, well-maintained footpaths, right? You're not just walking, you're walking on a clearly demarcated footpath, so that the boundary limit for the vehicles and the pedestrians should be separate, right? It should be separate, so you should walk in your own lane and it should not cause accidents like it is doing every other day, yeah? So in constitutional interventions, court has said that Article 19 constitutes it. Basically, in Article 19(1)(d), the right to move freely constitutes this right. And other than that, 19(1)(a), (b), (c), all of them are also included here. Why? Because walking is not merely physical. It is expressional, congregational, associational. So naturally, all the articles can be aligned here. And this creates a paradigm shift. Why? Because they've said that the rights of pedestrians are being overlooked. Why are they being overlooked? Because you are only catering to the rights of the vehicles, right? Responsibilities of the vehicles, the traffic. You're not even thinking about the pedestrians, right? They're being overlooked, and that is not justified, right? So this has been there. They said that the right of pedestrians on demarcated footpaths, it overrides the privilege of motorized vehicles. So Supreme Court has made a paradigm shift, where up till now motorized vehicles were the priorities. They've clearly stated that the rights of pedestrians clearly override the prestige. It is not a right to have motor vehicle or something. It is a privilege, right? So necessity will always override privilege. You have to remember that, yeah? So this is the necessity, that they have a footpath, and having the motor vehicles as a privilege. right? Running on the motor vehicles is a privilege, so necessity will override the privilege. And that's why this has been decided. So what did they say? That this is a critique of the urban planning and elitism also, that if you are creating urban cities and you don't even have a footpath, compare yourself to the developed and urban nations, what kind of structures do they have? What kind of roads do they have? What kind of pedestrian facilities do they have? They don't just have footpaths, they also have cycling lanes. We don't even have footpath for pedestrians. Internationally, if we globally compare India to the rest of the world, we'll see that they have footpaths, well-equipped footpaths, might I add. Along with that, they also have cycling lanes, right? In India, everybody is going on the same road anywhere, in any which direction, right? No heed to the traffic rules is paid, no heed to the pedestrians is paid, no civic sense. What kind of structure is this, right? So accidents are obviously happening, and they're prone to happen even more moving forward with the rise in the traffic that is happening now, right? So we need to cater to that, and they said that this is a very huge critique of the urban planning. What kind of planning have you done? Because the minimum duty structure, that they said that it is a basic duty of the municipality, of the structure, that you consider the pedestrians, people should be free to walk around on the road, right? This is the basic minimum duty, and you're not even able to do that. Then why are you constructing roads? While you are constructing roads, why are you not looking towards the fact that there is no footpath? Where will people walk? Amidst the vehicles. Is that what we are supposed to do? Are we supposed to risk our lives every time we step out on the road? That's what we are doing. Just sit and imagine the way we cross roads, right? We have become habitual of it, doesn't make it any less risky. It is very risky. We've just become habitual of it. So we're doing it day in and day out, and we don't sit and think about it, like how risky it is and how we are putting our lives at risk just because our system is not able to provide us with a better service. So this has raised a very serious question, and regarding that, court has also given guidelines as to what you can do, right? So they've given policy and institutional recommendations. They've said that we'll be doing this on both legislative as well as structural basis. In terms of legislation, in terms of Motor Vehicles Act, it did not explicitly include the rights of pedestrians. Our Motor Vehicles Act does not explicitly include the rights of pedestrians. That is the loophole. You need to fix that. Number one, right? On the legislative front, what will we do? We will fix this so that pedestrians have a proper right here, proper provision here, and whatever happens against them, we will have customary structures, right? This will be changed first of all, and we'll have a statutory framework that will explicitly protect the rights of pedestrians, and there will be an enforceable duty on the municipal bodies also, so that you create footpaths. Wherever there is a road, there should be a footpath, right? The second thing we have to do is a dedicated regulatory body, right? Judgment has stressed that you should create a permanent regulatory body that throughout the year will cater to the fact, will keep checking whether there are pedestrian footpaths or not, whether we are complying with that or not. Whichever new road is being framed out, does that have a footpath? Are the municipal bodies following the rules? It should be the work of this regulatory body that permanently works towards this, right? We should have that body. This institutional expertise should be permanent rather than ad hoc, so that it continuously pays attention to the structure. The body should have human resources with domain expertise also, so that they have good talent in urban planning, and our urban plannings can become more systematic, more cultural, more aesthetic, as well as secure and safe. Yeah, clear? That's what their recommendation is. And lastly, we have directives to executive ministries. They have also given, they've given that registry to be sent to send the copies of the judgment to 3 ministers, right? They've specifically requested that whatever the proceedings happen, you need to share that with 3 ministries, that is Housing and Urban Affairs, Rural Development, and Road Transport Highways. And we want them to address this. We want them to go through this and come up with a solution and tell us what kind of framework will you be preparing on your end, right? Yeah. So that means a strict step has been taken towards this. And in the coming future, we will see a lot of change on the roads, and hopefully the safety of the pedestrians will not be taken that lightly again, right? Exactly. This was the news, this was the article, and along with that, this was our structure. Clear? Yeah. So we have a question based on that for you. Just read the question. Give us your answer in the comment section. All right. Drop your answer in the comment section. That's all for the topic. I hope you understood this. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.